morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, November 7th. Top stories for the day. I'm going to lead us off with one about the election results from Tuesday night. Remember the 5th of November, the elections where Democrats finally won. Does it mean anything? Does it not? We'll discuss.
All right. Love that.
Yeah.
It means something for the people that won.
Yeah, I feel good if you won.
Oh, for
Winners
sure.
get dinners.
That's right. Wes is going to take us over to the soft corner. We have an Indian serial killer who used poison.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot to get you in the soft corner. This wasn't just a normal murderer, so we'll get into it.
Yeah, we don't have time to put every murderer in the soft corner.
That's right.
No, some murders are justified.
Yeah.
Now, only the special
I don't know
ones.
about that. but
Yeah, that's it. Interesting.
Just think about
and then Mark and Pat will take us through a news buffet of other headlines. Okay, let's talk about election results. So Tuesday was the 2019 elections in most states. And first up, well, we're going to talk about the states that were highlighted: Mississippi, Virginia, Kentucky, and then a couple other honorable mentions. So first up, Mississippi. Completely unsurprising here. Tate Reeves, the Republican candidate for governor, won by 5.7%. So our tip that it was less than 7% was correct, but he comfortably won. The Republicans won.
Yep.
And they won the House and the Senate as well.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, without any fact checking, that no Republican running named Tate has ever lost in Mississippi.
Yeah. It's hard when you get into the ballot box and you see Tate on there and you live
With
in
an
Mississippi.
R in parentheses around
Fuck.
it, you're fucked.
It's impossible.
You know he's going to be looking out for you.
Well, TR.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see that deep red?
I don't agree with his politics, but
Tater.
his name is Tate.
It's a good bet.
Shit.
So absolutely nothing too surprising in Mississippi, except for, like we said, maybe the smaller than expected margin of victory. Is it foreshadowing to Virginia, where things get a lot spicier? The Republicans lost control of both the Virginia House and the Virginia Senate on Tuesday night, something that was expected but feared by many Republicans. This now gives Virginia a year under a Democratic governor and Congress for the first time in over 20 years. And it points to the even larger fear that many Republicans may have heading into the 2020 elections, which is, are they losing the suburbs?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So.
In Northern Virginia, Fairfax County, where we're from, there's not one Republican representative in the entire county.
I mean, it's a different state up there. It's just an entirely different state.
True.
That's true. Northern Virginia is very different from the rest of the state, but Pat's correct. In particular, the suburbs in Northern Virginia, but West, this may surprise you, the suburbs in Richmond as well went blue this time.
Not surprising. Richmond is a very artsy town. VCU
Well,
is there,
that's
big
most of
art
the
school,
state,
film
then.
school.
Yeah, that's
It's-
a lot of
Sure.
people in the state, though.
It's like the Austin of Virginia.
Right, okay, but
it
anyways,
used to be the capital of the Confederacy.
Yeah, it also has
Yeah.
what I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the best strip club in the state of Virginia.
Richmond.
Also-
What's it called?
also-
Paper Moon.
Paper Moon's great. Also,
You were there for
they
mine.
have high schools with
That's
smoking
nothing
lounges
of it.
still.
Yeah, my 21st
they really?
through 24th birthday. You were
Yeah.
there.
21st through 24th.
You guys never played sports in a Richmond school? I used to go for wrestling tournaments. They had smoking lounges still.
No.
When no other places did. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago. I bet they don't anymore. Also,
Tobacco Road.
Did you see in Leesburg, Virginia, in Loudoun County, what's her name? Julie Briskman, the woman who was famous in 2017 for riding her bicycle and flicking off the Trump motorcade.
Right.
Then she got fired from her corporate job. She ran for a county board of supervisors position and won over the incumbent, who was a Republican, I believe. So she's obviously a Democrat.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's lemons to lemonade there.
Yeah.
And that's Loudoun County, you said?
Loudoun County, which is
So
right next to
another
Fairfax
suburb.
County. Yeah.
Right. So another suburb. And why are the suburbs important? Well, the suburbs are important because 2018 exit polls indicated that roughly 51% of voters are considered, this is nationwide, suburban voters. And in the 2016 presidential election, Trump took those suburban voters 49% to 45%, Trump over Hillary. So if he wants another term in office, it's going to be interesting to see what he does to win back over these suburban voters.
I don't
if
think
he's
he,
losing them.
I don't think maybe he does want another term.
Pat keeps popping out of his chair.
I don't know about that theory because now he has the Republican Party riding on him. I think he does now.
If you hear that
even-
loud popping noise, it's Pat almost falling out of his chair every 10 seconds.
Put on some LBs.
He's trying to lock his chair back in, and it's not going well.
I think we need a screwdriver over here.
It's not squeaking anymore.
But you're right.
look-
Well, I mean, that was
look
clearly,
comfortable.
the deciding factor was the swing states and suburban areas. So we'll see.
Yeah, so it could be an alarming trend if they're going the opposite direction this time. Now, let's take it over to Kentucky, where, again, the hard factor tip paid off, as not only was the margin of victory smaller than 7%, it's so close that the Republican incumbent Matt Bevin has demanded a recount, or what does he call it, Pat?
A
Not
recanvass? It's similar to a
Recanvass.
recount.
What the fuck is a recanvass? They have to like
It's a
campaign
recount.
Yeah, it's a shitty name for
I think
it.
it has to do with when the margin of victory is a certain
It's a
level.
recount.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
0.4%.
Just call it a recount. Recanvass
Yeah.
means like they're going to come to my door and ask me to vote for him again.
We don't want that in
Well-
the first place. We don't want a canvas, let alone a recanvass.
Right.
Well, it's a recanvass now, but it's a recount. So since he's calling for it because he lost to the Democratic challenger, Andy Bashir, I think that's how you say it, by about 5,000 votes across the whole state on the first count. So extremely small margin, but it looks like the D did win this, the underdog. And this one would be a black eye for Trump, as he campaigned heavily for Bevin in Kentucky, the supposed loser. But the
Fucking
master
loser.
of this, no, exactly. That the master of the spin zone has already thrown Bevin under the bus and pointed out that he's the only reason it was even close. So taking it to the internet, of course, we're going to our number one internet commenter, Donald J. Trump. Our big Kentucky rally on Monday night had a massive impact on all of the races. The increase in governor's race was at least 15 points, maybe 20. We'll be in Louisiana for @Eddie Rispone on Wednesday night. Big rally. So he's...
We lost the best.
Wasn't he the incumbent? He's saying the incumbent favorite was actually a 20-point underdog before the night?
Correct. So he's saying that the Trump rally was the only reason he made it close at all.
The guy
he
went
was
after
going to get
teachers.
blown
Can you
out.
imagine being down 20 points as the incumbent or whatever?
Yeah, the guy famously said when the teachers were on strike, he like randomly was like, "Some kid's gonna get sexually abused today," and everyone was like, "What?"
Could be.
Well,
Hey,
Trump-
it could be.
Trump did win Kentucky
be
by
in school.
like 30 points in the election, so that is pretty big. That's a big difference.
He's
there.
got a big swinging dick in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, all the results I would say show a chink in the armor.
Well, VA and Kentucky were alarming for the Republicans. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
losing Kentucky hurts for the Republicans.
Sure does.
Oh, yeah. Now moving it over just to a funny one, Houston mayor race. The top two candidates, Sylvester Turner, he's the incumbent who's going to destroy this other guy, Tony Busby, in a runoff. But anyways, Busby won the rights to go mano-a-mano in a runoff. And the only reason I'm mentioning it is because when he won, he barely got enough votes to force the runoff, but then he stormed the stage of his own event to give a speech where he just looked to be hammered. He was loose as a goose in a military jacket, swaying like a leaf, like shaking on a tree, repeatedly talking about his family dynamics. Like, let me tell you about my mama, and I was kind of scared of my daddy. But basically, if Houston wins, if this guy wins Houston, Tony Busby, they're gonna have the drunkest mayor in America.
I wouldn't count Tony Busby out. First of all, his name, you should expect this. His name is Busby.
Right. When you get like a bachelor party email and there's a guy named Busby on the chain, you're like, oh hell yeah,
Yeah, but
we're gonna get hookers.
Yeah, you
Sylvester's
jump
also
from,
fun.
You jump from are we going
That's
to a
true.
strip club to are we getting hookers?
Yeah.
A strip club's the minimum.
You
at that
just
point.
assume
Busby's
that
well.
the guy named Busby has an in at the
Right.
strip club wherever you're going.
More coke with Busby over Sylvester.
Definitely.
Party
Yeah.
guy. You don't
just
cheat off of Busby.
Busby's not
Well-
dead yet.
actually, he's a
Busby's
mega
going?
lawyer. He's like a unicorn. He's super smart and he's a drunk.
Oh.
Well, allegedly, he says that he says this. That's just the way he is. So.
Yeah, it's just my family problems.
Right. So finally, a future here, not a result, but a future. Jeff Sessions is going to be running for Senate again in 2020 in Alabama, and I really feel like he should lean into the Keebler team and pair with them with the elf pairing, like this close to the holiday season, announcing his run. I feel like that would give him a little bit
He
of
should
juice.
put his
so.
campaign quarters in a headquarters in a tree.
Sessions in a landslide in Alabama.
Yeah,
Of
no doubt
course.
about it. I mean, that's why he's doing it,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
essentially Trump wants to fire him.
That's a layup.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
All right, guys, let's move over to the soft corner. Got a real good soft corner for you guys today. This one is especially fucked up and comes to us all the way from India. So a real piece of shit named Valanki Simhadri killed 10 people over the time period of February 2018 until his arrest on Tuesday. And how he was doing it is how he landed himself in the soft corner because, as you know, it takes more than just a simple everyday murder to land yourself in the corner.
Right. We're not going to just throw everyone that kills 10 people in the soft
No,
corner.
it's got to be a special,
Yeah.
special kill.
Notable.
Exactly. So what this psycho was doing was offering his victims something called a prasadam, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think I am, which is some kind of religious offering, much better than those little wafer discs that Catholics eat at a mass. It's like a meal. And by the way, I once pretended to be a Catholic at a wedding one time to see what those little discs taste like, the body of Christ, and I was not impressed.
Yeah, Wes has never been the same since.
Yeah, and you've been cursed ever since.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you've had a string of bad luck ever since then.
You
all
should have
makes
gone.
sense.
You know what's so weird about that though? You could have
Shaking,
gone.
asking for the body of Christ. Yeah. What do I do now? Do I do the Father, the Ghost, the Holy Mary?
Will you
do I
accept
do?
the Eucharist, Wes?
Do I bow again? Do I get on
I
knees?
was
Just get
hungry.
the
Yeah,
fuck
but-
out of line.
Wes, you could have gone to any other Christian church besides a Catholic church, and they just give it to you for free. The crackers are free. You don't have to say that you're a Catholic or anything.
Well, I was there because I had to be.
But
so,
the Catholics have the best body of Christ. Though.
Court mandated.
yeah. So anyway,
Allegedly, I've never tried it. I'm not going to hell, thank you, Wes.
heaven and hell. Anyway, so he was offering Hindus and Sikhs this meal after worship, only this bastard was lacing the food with cyanide, therefore making it the last meal they would ever eat.
Ooh.
So in other cases, he would just give his victims straight cyanide, telling them it was a traditional healing medicine. But nope, it was just poison that was going to kill him.
No prasadam for you. It's straight to the cyanide.
Yeah, this tastes a little poison.
Damn.
Why don't you eat up and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the perfect profession, though, to be a poisoner.
Well, I don't know.
Like, you're like a medicine man?
Yeah.
Because they think it's going to taste like shit anyways, right?
I'm not even sure
So
if he was a fucking medicine
This
man.
guy
He was
is
like
the
a
exact
con
reason
artist.
why my parents are like, you're not eating the candy that has the "We Love Jesus" sticker on it. You know, like, this guy is the exact he's the boogeyman.
You got
acid.
candy that said "We love Jesus."
Yeah,
on it?
you got like a little picture of Jesus and a cross. Well, you don't eat those.
I
You
think
don't
we
eat those
trick or treated in the
candies.
same neighborhood. I don't remember.
No,
that.
we were one neighborhood apart.
Things are very different.
Things are different.
What they do now is they give out like Welch's fruit snacks. A lot of fruit snacks in my son's trick or treat candy.
That's
this
a
year.
cop
How
out.
do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
Fruit
Bullshit.
snacks.
Well, I
Yeah.
just put them in the fruit snacks that I already
Just
bought them.
constipating all these kids.
Yeah. So anyway, so he would kill
Fruit
these people.
snacks makes you constipated?
Yeah, man, it's all gelatin, it's all clogging you up. You
Yeah,
can't have
runs
too
right
many.
through you.
Can't have too many fruit snacks.
Mark and I have had very different experiences in life.
So under the guise of religion and healing, this guy was tricking his victims into death. He would then steal from them as they lay dead on the floor. Yeah. So his first
That's why he was doing it.
Yes, his first victim back in February of 2018 was a 63-year-old man that this monster gave cyanide-laced food, telling the man that the food would improve his chances of receiving good luck. Instead, it gave the man the worst luck there is, death. And then the psycho stole $56,000 and a silver ring from the old man as he lay dead in his own garden.
Well, everyone knows silver is worthless in the afterlife.
Yeah, he wasn't
Very
going to
true.
need that anymore. You know.
What a grift though. Like if somebody said like, "Hey, eat this little meal, it'll make you lucky for 10 years." Like I would probably eat it.
I mean, yeah.
I would try it too. I think.
Well,
Wait. No.
Will, I don't know.
Well, I'm with you. I would try it.
Well, run that one back. Listen to the show back tomorrow.
Is this going to get rid of my Catholic wafer incident? So the motive behind all this murder was that Simhadri lost a shit ton of money in real estate and turned to theft and murder to make up for his losses. So he bought and built new houses and he wanted to keep up with his lavish lifestyle. So what else to do except for murder and kill people and steal from them?
What was his lavish lifestyle?
I guess he was like in real estate, and he at one point made a lot of money, but
was
then he
just
lost
rich.
a bunch of money.
He had a champagne
yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he was had to resort to
Oh, he's
hooch
fake
bag
rich.
wine. Yeah.
Fake rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has not been formally charged with murder, but has admitted to the 10 deaths. So he will await not a trial by jury because India doesn't do that apparently. But murder does come with likely death penalty there for this guy. So he will certainly get what he gave out. in the
Poison
end.
murderers are the worst too. I mean, that's a cowardly murder.
It is.
So.
They're the most clever usually. What do they do if not trial by jury over there?
I think there's just like one judge that just gives.
There's a goat that just like decides. Nah, I'm just fucking around.
If the goat walks left, you're in big trouble.
Fish colony.
Stay right, goat.
Yeah.
Stay to the right.
Let's reel it back in, guys.
Let's reel it back in here.
A lot of very nice, educated Indian people. Let's move it along.
Of course.
Yeah.
I reverted. They're probably parliamentary system because they were a British colony.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just don't have a
Is my
jury. I
guess.
think there is just one judge that gives the final say.
Yeah, and
so.
what Will was saying is the goat is ceremonial. The goat actually doesn't make decisions anymore.
Okay, maybe we can cut it.
Yeah.
All right. Moving to predict it. Some surprises yesterday, as Will said, in the governor races, huh? Trump could not help the incumbent in Kentucky, as Will said. His governor seating after rallying there, winning the state by 30 points. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to blaze through this because Will already went through it. But I just want to say this. We have had over 50 people sign up for Predict It this week alone.
That's correct.
And that's telling. I mean, people are getting in on this. They don't want to be left out, and they should not be, because this is legal in all 50 states. You can win some serious fucking money. We all do it. We've all won some money. Withdrawal. Get the money in your account within 4 or 5 days. It's legit. It's legit.
I think we're approaching like 500 people signed up through our URL. I'm getting text messages and WhatsApps from like old coworkers and friends of mine. Some of them are like, not in their 20s and 30s. They're loving it. Everyone's like got predicted fever, and it's incredible.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is fun. So what we're going to concentrate on here is who will be the president at the end of 2020. So a recent political poll shows that 56% of voters expect another term for Trump. Even 35% of Dems think Trump will win again, and 51% of independents think the Mango Mussolini, as Will calls him, will retain the reins. And as of right now, at predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20, you can get in on the Will Trump be elected president in 2020 for only 42 cents. So, yeah, it's a long market. You have to wait a year or more, but what a nice little bonus you could sit on just in time for the holidays.
More than a double up there.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a lot of money in that market already, and I got to tell you, the Mango mofo better do something, because he better not lose me that bet.
Right. Yeah.
That's the beauty of Predict It.
Exactly.
You can make money on this nonsense.
Yeah. So do you think Trump is going to wipe the floor with Warren or Biden or even Buttigieg? If so, then get in on the action by going to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Get free.
Don't make me sell my stock, Trump.
Yeah. You'll get free $20 on us. Again, legal in all 50 states. Let me put something in perspective for you. I know I lost the Beto bet. He's not winning. But at one point, he was at 2 cents in the middle of all this, then went back up
2 cents to be in the November debates. Will Beto appear in the November debates? It was 2 cents, yes, because everyone thought he wasn't about 3 weeks ago.
Yes, and then it went back up to like 51 cents. So if you put the max bet of $8.50 into that market and then sold at 51 cents or whatever, you would have made over $21,000 on one fucking bet.
Yep.
That's the kind of money you can make on this site.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stock market, so you can ride it out to the end and get paid out, 99 cents a share, or you can sell.
I guarantee you some people made a lot of money on that market. So get in on the action, people. Predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. It is the only way to make politics more interesting other than fucking a politician.
Oh, okay. Good ending there. All right, guys, let's take it over to the news buffet.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got a very unfun one to start things off in a literal sense. California Senator Kamala Harris introduced a bill on Wednesday that would lengthen the school day by 3 hours for elementary school students in California to better align with their parents' work schedules.
Oh, my God.
Come the fuck on.
Student council is going to have a field day with this.
3 extra hours a day?
What gives her the right?
That's a 12-hour day.
She's trying to fix the problem that every single American family has had since the start of school.
Right.
Which is that school ends earlier than the workday.
She's certainly not trying to fix the problem that teachers are about to have if this shit goes through. What? What are these teachers going to do? Make them dinner? This is beyond stupid. She didn't get enough kicks from locking up nonviolent drug offenders. Now she wants to ruin kids' lives by locking them up in school for 12 hours a day. Harris is trying to fund the Extra Hours program through a 5-year, $5 million federal grant, and claims teachers won't have to work extra hours unless they sign up to work extra shifts. Right, because these kids just can go an extra 3 hours without supervision. Like, someone's going to have to fucking sign up for the shifts.
They're going to need a lot more Adderall if these kids are in there.
They just need to take it back to the old days where they just have a giant recess after school and there's like 2 teachers that watch like 500 kids.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works for everyone. Will.
That's for the working parent, double working parent household.
Now, I was in that program and it worked fine.
You were in the cattle herd recess.
I was in the cattle herd program and it was A-okay.
Fairfax County.
Okay. Well, that's not on the table for this one. The extra hours is aimed for electives in this program. It will cover.
That's some California home cooking for you right there.
It'll cover music,
some artsy bullshit,
arts, some athletics, writing, of course, and a little bit of engineering. So the programs that Betsy DeVos is cutting, they're going to all go back to California after.
We had Foursquare and then wall ball, I think, was my electives.
That turned out fine.
Where Will got his grit.
These schools will be the only schools with artistic electives, as I mentioned, because Betsy DeVos cut all those in every other state, and they will get several hours of it a day now. So it sounds like more actors will be coming out of California, which is exactly what we need.
What'd you do in those 3 hours, honey? A lot of wall ball.
Yeah, Foursquare. I'm the Foursquare champion.
Yeah. Time well
You'd
spent.
have more podcasters if it was Foursquare and wall ball.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
superfluidity of nuns are in some holy hot water,
What was that-
guys.
what was that word?
A superfluidity,
Okay.
which is a supplurity, which is a group of nuns.
Group of nuns.
A grouping of nuns.
What's that word again?
A superfluidity.
That's a group of nuns.
That's a group of nuns.
A group of kittens is a Kindle.
Yeah.
I thought a group of nuns was called a boring.
Oh, a snooze.
Coming from going to hell west after stealing the body of Christ.
Wafer West.
Unauthorized. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. All right, anyway, guys, some surpludity of nuns are in some holy hot water after they returned from a missionary trip in Africa, having contracted the worst STD of them all, pregnancy.
Oh.
Yeah, the two Italy-based nuns are originally from Africa, and they were sent to their home continent by the church to assume missionary positions, and boy, did they.
Oh.
In addition to some other positions, too, being that women can't get pregnant while on their backs.
Oh, is that a fact?
Everyone knows that. One of the nuns who's 34. She didn't discover she was pregnant until she went to the doctor for stomach pains and got a scan, and they were like, uh-oh.
It feels like something's kicking me.
And it's not the priest. The other woman,
Did you fuck someone, ma'am?
Yeah.
the other woman nuns in a town called Ragusa in Sicily, and the mayor of Ragusa gave a statement on the situation saying, quote, "It has left our village shocked, but should have been kept quiet." Yes, because that is the kind of healthy attitude that has served the Catholic Church for millennia.
Right. According to page 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of like the papal,
The How to Touch
papal
Kids book.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to give it up
Keep it
with
quiet,
trying to
yeah.
control. Yeah, trying to control anybody's sexuality. We obviously suck at it.
The
Guys,
Vatican handbook.
if you ask me, these horny nuns who will more than likely have to leave their monastic lives, they played it all wrong because the Catholic Church is literally the only organization that has a get-out-of-jail-free card when it comes to unexplained pregnancies. You got to be more resourceful, ladies. You could have a little baby Jesus in there.
What's
what
that?
What are you talking about?
The Immaculate
get-out-of-jail?
Conception, Mother
Oh,
Mary.
they're all going to claim that they're.
She's
that
like,
they,
well, I didn't
that
have
God,
sex with
that God
Joseph.
knocked
Yeah,
them up.
they're all Jesus in their
Yeah,
bellies?
they're
That's
all,
insane.
all of them have Jesus.
Well, judging by the Catholic Church, their investigation strategy, though, that'll probably pass the
Well,
test.
I think in a non-joking matter, Pat, a non-excuse that got kind of discovered in the past couple of years is that when all these nuns do have babies, or these priests knock up civilian women that don't want to take care of the babies,
Yeah.
they put the kids in orphanages and they called them like angels, was like their code word for them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of angels scattered across orphanages, like
angels.
funded by the church.
angels,
Yeah, all
little
right.
bastard
Well, anyways, that's hopefully those women have good health and good pregnancies and are healthy, but men have to be healthy too, guys. Barstool is proud to be working with Movember to raise funds and awareness for men's health. That's right, Movember, the month formerly known as November. Movember is the leading charity dedicated to changing the face of men's health around the world. This Movember, whatever moustache you grow will save a bro. Your support will change the face of men's health, raising awareness and funds for prostate cancer, testicular cancer, mental health, and suicide prevention. Our own Hard Factor Will has a beautiful mustache that he's proudly rocking right now because, as everyone knows, he hates testicular cancer.
Hates it.
Hate it.
This year, Barstool's own Donnie Does is growing out his mo to save a bro. Join him on the Barstool Movember team and help us change the face of men's health. For every $50 that you fundraise on our team, you get an entry to win a trip to join us at the Army vs. Navy live college football show in December. That's going to be fucking awesome. Head to Movember.com/Barstool to join our team, grow your mustache, and fundraise for your chance to win that grand prize.
Great cause,
Yeah,
guys.
really nice.
All right, so a controversial tourism advertising campaign aimed at getting sexually frustrated men to visit the capital, Lithuania, was named the best destination campaign for a city at the International Travel and Tourism Awards this week.
So far, this is a tough sell.
Yeah, okay. Well, hold on. The campaign was launched by the city of Vilnius and is titled The G-Spot of Europe. Nobody knows where it is, but when you find it, it's amazing.
And
Wow.
I'm Googling flights.
That is brilliant.
And I'm sold.
Yep, it features a photograph of an out-of-your-league lady gripping bed sheets that display a map of Europe as she presumably orgasms.
Right, because she got G-spotted up.
Someone's up to clean those sheets.
All that tourism.
Yeah, so it's a prostitution ad.
Screaming Lithuania.
Tourism.
I think it was
Yeah.
a prostitution ad, and I like where your brain is at because this ad really implies that some good times are going to be had in the capital, Lithuania. In fact, the campaign includes a companion website with a test that helps you build what they call your personal pleasure map before you go through a series of agree/disagree style survey questions like there's no such thing as too much tongue. Strongly agree, or I like to watch. Also strongly agree.
map of
Those are two actual questions?
Those are two
and
actual
you're
questions.
saying that Lithuania doesn't have prostitution.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I Googled, what do you do there, right?
I don't know.
So I Googled it right now, and the number one thing that popped up, the number one thing to do, according to Shutterfly or whatever the fuck, is in Lithuania is wander around Vilnius, the town Vilnius, old town. So wander around the town.
And take pictures.
Yeah.
With a raging erection.
Walk around the town is the number one thing to do in Lithuania. Just
It's got to be prostitution. Like that's the whole campaign.
maybe wander's like a wink.
Wander around and wonder where the fuck the brothel is, because you know it's there.
Yeah.
Exactly, guys. I think this campaign is going to create some serious problems, and overall visitor numbers were up.
This is like the Fire Fest.
Yeah, exactly. So numbers were up last year, 12.5% visitor numbers. So it appears the campaign may have worked. But in my guess, when the city fills up with thousands of
We have Town Fountain.
horny European dudes looking to fuck, and
Yeah.
that realize that they get tricked when they're having to walk around town, they're
Wander
gonna be
around the
pissed.
fountain.
Yeah. Can I fuck it?
You go online and be like, we know you came, but we are here. You know, like fucking like Craigslist or whatever it is over there. There's gonna be lots of girls flocking to that
Ooh,
city.
they
That's
got
a
to get a
business
back page
opportunity
up.
like
Yeah, for sure.
Sturgis.
Yep.
Bust them in.
Yep.
All right, is that it?
It's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, guys. This one's pretty good, I think. This last one, I think, is pretty good in terms of, like, it's a nice story, right? You guys all went to college, correct?
Yeah, I was there.
Kind of.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys had a car in college?
Oh,
Yes?
hell yeah. Best part of college.
Good stuff. Don't drink and drive, college students. Remember the parking tickets, guys?
Worst
I
part.
just
Of
got
course.
towed from my own fucking
Yeah,
house,
more the
parking
toes,
lot.
but yeah,
I
toes
got
constantly.
toes, parking tickets. I got quite a few. Basically, you just get ticketed in college for having your windows rolled down too far, for parking in a non-handicapped spot, even though you have a handicapped sticker on your car. Whatever the fuck they want, you name it, they'll fuck you.
Exactly. I got to say, so about 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll finish my degree that I almost got from 6 different colleges.
There you go. You got motivated one day?
Yeah, so I was feeling low about myself, wondering what I was doing in my life, hanging out with you guys. So I called James Madison University to get my transcript so I could transfer to UT. And they're like, yeah, we'll send your transcripts once you pay these parking tickets.
Yeah.
And I just gave up.
Well, you were probably going to give up anyways, but yes, that was
You're
the,
damn right I
that was
was.
the end of that.
Deflated day for Pat.
It was
that
an obstacle I couldn't overcome.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, thank God.
Yeah.
Click. Well, anyone
hear
with
that, Dad?
I'm not going back to school. Well, anyone with unpaid parking fines at the University of Alaska Anchorage campus, which I imagine is everyone there, has the option to reduce or cover the cost of their tickets via peanut butter and jelly.
What?
What? So basically, the university is taking donations for their annual food donations drive as payment for unpaid parking tickets up until November 8th. So
With
get on,
soggy
get
fucking
on this.
sandwich?
You
Better
got-
fucking
you got
hurry.
2 days.
What
to help-
hungry
to
person
help
wants an
combat-
old-ass sandwich?
Well, it's not quite. To help combat student hunger. This is a good thing and also smart by the university because, as Pat mentioned, people rarely pay their college parking tickets, so it's a way for them to try to collect because most people don't pay their tickets, leave the city, and never look back. According to university officials, each person could use a peanut butter and jelly payment for up to 2 citations only, 2 maximum, and they have to be issued within the past 45 days. 2 16-ounce jars, so these are all jars, Pat, not sandwiches. 2 16-ounce jars will get you a $10 credit. Not great. 3 jars get you a $35 credit, right?
That's
so you got to go
better.
3. And 5 jars of 16-ounce peanut butter or jelly will get you $60 credit.
This
Gotta
is
go
so
5.
fucking dumb. This
Have
is
to
so
go- have to
fucking
go
dumb.
5.
They should
How
lock
much
you
do
up
they
if you
cost,
bring
though?
in 2 jars.
What,
Right,
they,
you're an
You're too
idiot.
stupid to be out in public.
Yeah, you are.
they got a shortage over there of peanut butter and jelly?
Well, Pat, you might
Groceries
be thinking,
in general, yeah.
You might be thinking, unlike Pat, you might be thinking, wow, that's a good deal. Peanut butter is cheap, but remember, this is Alaska.
Right.
Oh.
And they have to fly or boat their groceries in, and groceries cost infinity dollars there. So this is basically, in my opinion, an option to donate your exact fines to people in need, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
and save the authorities a trip to the store to buy the canned goods themselves.
Right. It's annoying to go to the store in Alaska. I've been there a couple times, and I've never seen more convenience stores that just don't have any beer.
right.
Just like
and they
the whole
certainly-
beer section's empty.
They certainly
Like,
don't
oh,
have
we're
peanut
not gonna
butter
get
and
it for
jelly
2
laying
weeks.
around.
Why
Right.
is that?
Yeah.
What else they
Because
do
they
there?
drink there.
They drink all the beer?
They drink all the beer.
Yeah, yeah.
there.
So
Order
you gotta
more
like
beer.
go to different stores
Alaska's
to like find one that has
Alaska
beer.
as a
Still.
state is like West Virginia College, where they proportionally drink like 50% of the kegs.
Except it's
compared to-
impossible to get the beer to them.
Right.
So it's just like
They're
yeah,
like they're like arm robbing the trucks of beer coming in.
catch 22. Yeah.
Officials say any unopened commercially produced nut butter, almond, cashew, peanut butter, or any flavor of jam, jelly or marmalade will do. And that's going to do it for a Hard Factor. Just a quadrant of boys over here finishing another show. We got, a couple more for you, including a Florida Man Friday coming up. Buy the Good Boy t-shirt. We teamed up with Zero Blog 30. Got a cool t-shirt. If you like dogs, if you like heroes, if you like hero dogs, get that. Check out Around the Hill. We got them coming out pretty much every day. We're filming some more tomorrow, some more funny ones, and have a great fucking day.